evening, everybody, and welcome to the Metal Magdalene with Jet right here on Metal Messiah Radio. Tonight we have a special guest with us on the show. We have Alex from the Brazilian metal band Krisiun. Welcome back to the show, Alex.
Well, thank you very much. Feels great being back. Thank you very much.
So, Krisiun has a few things coming up with music and tours. The new album, Scourge of the Enthroned, being released next month on Century Media Records. So, Alex, in going over the bio for this album, it was mentioned that after Forged in Fury, you all realized a different approach was necessary in writing the new album. Why did you feel this way?
I guess each album has its own thing going on, I guess for the Forged in Fury album, we were like looking for more like a heavier approach, instead of only just being fast or something like that. We wanted to sound a little heavier for the Forged in Fury album, and then for the latest one, we felt like we needed a little bit more speed, I guess it's kind of the same thing, we can tell it's the same band playing, but each album has its own kind of direction to follow, and for the latest one, we definitely felt like we needed to kind of go back to the early days kind of, kind of approach. I would say this latest album is a mixture between all those elements we already brought up. So yeah, definitely we definitely went a little faster for the latest one. A little bit, we had a little bit more speed, I think.
And also, this time around, you went with Andy Classen at Stage 1 Studios. Why did you want to work with Andy, and what was it like working out there in that beautiful German countryside?
Well, it's definitely in the countryside, it's a very peaceful town. And we know Andy for a long time, and he's not only our producer, he became a friend along the years. He showed himself interested in doing it, and he called us up and showed us his ideas. He was really willing to do it, So I think it was a common decision between us and the record label. We felt that it was time to go back. And like I said, he's also a friend, not only a producer. He made us feel comfortable while working, Of course, there's a few differences here and there. We had a few arguments here and there. But at the end of the day, I guess it is what it is. Sometimes shit hit the fan, but it is what it is. We're definitely happy with the result, and like I said, he became a friend along the years. Even though we had a little argument here and there, at the end of the day, we're like sharing a beer and talking about the work done, and yeah, pretty much, it's we had to consider the fact that he's also a friend. So yeah, I guess it helped. He helped a lot, being not only professional wise, but being friends as well. I think is a big plus.
So how do you interpret the album title for us, Scourge of the Enthroned? What is the meaning behind all that?
Let's say there's lots of phony bands out there and phony music out there, and it's a metaphoric way of seeing a band conquering by attrition, the music business is kind of hard to deal with, especially if you play this kind of music. So we struggle to stay alive. We struggle to be a band and to survive as a band. So it's not as easy thing, to survive as a band playing death metal. So I guess Scourge of the Enthroned is a metaphorical way to tell people that we are dethroning like the false kings of music or something like that. You know what I mean?
And,
a special meaning, but something like that.
And let's talk a little bit about some of the songs on the album, starting with Demonic 3. What is that song about, Alex?
Well, it basically talk about the band itself, you know. It basically talk about us three and our career and our music, our history through the years, you know what I mean? It's basically about the band, the Demonic 3. Of course, there's a lot of metaphorical things around, but it's basically about the band and our career, you know what I mean, and things we've been doing 30 years, pretty much.
That's a long time, Alex.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to talk about.
And what are some of like the subject matters that this album deals with lyrically?
Well, it's basically brutal stuff, you know. I mean, music's brutal, so are the lyrics, you know. But I'll say the subjects are a little bit varied this time around, you know. I mean, we approaching a few of the more of realistic subjects, like the refugee thing, you know. I mean, which is a big deal, a big problem these days. People tend not to see what's going on. It's a around the world thing, you know. I mean, like right now, there's people being executed, people being humiliated. Oh, it's nothing really new, you know what I mean? But like I said, the music's brutal. We're not trying to point to the solution, I guess. It's a bunch of things are basically hopeless, you know, these days. But we speaking our minds out, and some of the lyrics are also talking about Sumerian culture and ancient civilization, war, religion, you know, I mean, all the good old stuff, pretty much.
And how long is this album, Alex?
It's about 39 minutes. It's a shorter album, more like a straightforward album, but definitely more complex, I would say. It's less music, but more power, I think, you know what I mean? It's more a straightforward album, I think, than the previous ones.
And what would you say are like some of the highlights of the album?
Well, I would say the sound is it came out pretty organic. You know, I mean, we wanted to sound like not really like an old school a band, but like bringing back some of that old school feeling without sounding like digital or to edit like many bands these days, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I'm very happy with the sound pretty much, and the songs, but definitely I guess the production is it's a natural production, you know what I mean? I would say it's something really hard to accomplish these days, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Many bands are sounding digital. The producers are willing to work on a digital sound, something like that. And then we wanted to sound more natural, I think. And I think we got it. I'm not sure, but we're happy. I'm happy with the results. And I guess like you ask it, I guess the sound pretty much is one of the main things that we like on this record.
I think you've accomplished that too. It does sound very organic, and in that time, boy, you pack a lot of stuff in that 39 minutes, Alex.
Thanks, Jad. Thanks for noticing. Thanks.
So tell us a little bit about the cover art and artist. I see you 3 demons are on there.
Yeah, we work with this guy, Eddie Cantor. He's been around for a few years, and he's been very successful. Kind of the same deal with the sound, you know. I mean, we wanted to get like the organic art, almost like a painting, you know. I mean, and like I said, we're like exploring some of the Sumerian culture and mythology. So we wanted to get something connected with that. We asked him, and he came up with this concept, which is three ancient Anunnaki gods transcending the beginning of something, the beginning of creation. You know, I mean, the beginning of humanity. You know, I mean, which is something that goes totally against the dogmas preached by religion and politics. You know, I mean, so yeah, it's pretty much based on Sumerian culture.
So what formats is it going to be released on, Alex?
Vinyls, CDs, and hopefully for cassettes. You know, I mean, some cassettes are coming back, so I'm not sure, but definitely that's old. Definitely vinyls and CDs.
So what's coming up for you guys as far as tours and that? I know you got like a CD release show coming up and something going on with Suffocation. What you got going on, Alex?
Yeah, we got this couple of shows booked in Germany for the album released in a couple of weeks, and then next November, we're going out with Suffocation, Cattle Decapitation, and Surraption for a full tour over North America. We're definitely looking forward. We love Suffocation and all them guys. And then we got to keep supposed to do a full European tour early next year.
Wow.
We're working on it. Yeah, and keep things rolling, you know. I mean, as far as right now, we got this Suffocation tour, and we might play a few European festivals next summer, and definitely got to keep busy, you know. I mean, definitely got to go on tour for the latest album. But as for right now, we got the Suffocation tour and the album release shows in Germany.
So there you guys have it. Krisiun has a new album out September 7th off of Century Media Records called Scourge of the Enthroned. And Alex, thank you so much for taking the time out to come on the show to talk about the new album and tour. And I'm going to see you guys in Boston.
Oh, definitely. Let me know if you need a name on the list or anything. It'll be a pleasure meeting up. Thank you, Jack, for supporting us all the time. I know you work hard and you've been involved with the scene. Thank you very much, and definitely we share a beer. When we're looking forward to meet up, I'll pay you a beer. Thank you very much.